This historic stadium, home to the Iron Horse and the Great Dane, to Wilson and Alvarez. Camp Randall Stadium in Madtown, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Badgers have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. DB's right up on the receivers. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On the run, still looking. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Penn State's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Just slithers through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Extending the play. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Vaughn. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Wells. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. He wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Going for it all. Snatches it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Vaughn. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback will audible. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Back to pass, it's Vaughn. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down. Picks up what he can and then slides.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Vaughn. Oh, he makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
He'll bring it back. It's Wells. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they got him for the sack.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun.
And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Now, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This offense has a 2nd down play. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Vaughn. Using the quick game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
He lets one fly deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On second down, wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
And the Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to know.
The Badgers moving quickly to the line. They run the reverse. And the 40, there he goes. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Since the beginning of time, Penn State has been known for running the football. Normally, it's a conservative style handing off, but when you can run like that at the quarterback position, you've got to be able to use the option to your advantage, and they're able to do that now. It keeps the defense on their heels. This guy makes good decisions when he's deciding to keep the football and get upfield.
Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Leaves it with the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to him. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It's a draw. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the move, it's Wells. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Trying to take it back. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Badgers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To the ground with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
Wants to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And it's slipped out. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Here comes the offense on first down. Handoff from the gun. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Vaughn. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Badgers want to move quickly. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw, it's Vaughn. Snags it over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an...
Got a lot of running room. The 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
He'll start this drive firing. Dances away to buy time. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. Second and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. jumped on top of the pile.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Looking for a man. It's Vaughn. Gets it out quickly. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll throw it on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Getting some heat. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Trying to find his man on first down. Gonna let it fly. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a...
Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to